If you say that for 33 seconds before bed, the universe will respond before you wake up. During sleep, your mind accesses the field, and the universe responds to certainty. Repeat after me now. Everything is already mine. Now. Oh, everything is already mine now. This phrase aligns your mind with the feeling of already having, and it is this feeling that it creates. Comment here. It's done. Everything is already mine. You'll sleep differently and wake up vibrating abundance. But why does it work? What happens when you speak in faith before bed? Why some wishes come true like magic and others never arrive? This is the question you may have been carrying for years between postponed dreams and silent frustrations. And today, not by chance, you are here. Perhaps his soul asked for that answer, and the universe answered. As you listen, something inside you will begin to rearrange itself, as if the pieces were finally starting to fall into place. There is a power that you have always had, but that few know how to use. And when you know where he lives, everything will change. Now imagine your mind as a sacred garden. During the day, she receives 1,000 seeds, ideas, fears, desires, distractions. But it is at night, in the silence before sleep, that the earth opens. It is at this moment that the right seed, planted with intention, can blossom strongly. And the secret is simple. What you feel deeply at that moment manifests. It is not theory. It's energy. It is the physics of consciousness. Joseph Murphy said, "The subconscious accepts as truth what you repeat with emotion and conviction. Therefore, those 33 seconds before bed are portals. You can use them to whine or to create. You can repeat old stories or plant a new destination. Most of them sleep reviewing the failures of the day, the debts, the pains, the absences. And without realizing it, he reaffirms to the field what he does not want. You deserve better than that. You can whisper before you fall asleep, something that changes everything. Everything is already mine now. Feel it as if you are already living what you want. Feel the home, the love, the health, the freedom, as if the universe said, "Thank you for trusting. It's done." And yes, he does. Because he doesn't listen to words. He listens to frequencies. And the frequency of "it's already mine" is the same as that of the miracle. You have been conditioned to wait, to ask with fear, to think small. But this conditioning can be broken with conscious repetition. During sleep, the gatekeeper of the mind falls asleep. And what you repeat with emotion, it goes straight to the core of creation. Maybe you're thinking, but what if I don't feel anything? What if I repeat it and nothing changes? This doubt is also a seed, and you have a choice. You can plant it, or you can simply say, "Everything is already mine now," even without seeing it yet, even without understanding everything. Because faith is not blind, it is an invisible technology. Joseph Murphy called this the impression of the wish fulfilled. You imprint on the subconscious an inner reality so strong, so alive, that the outside world bows before it. He has no option. He just reflects. You're not hearing this by accident. There is something inside you that recognizes these words, like an old memory, as if a part of you had always known, and now it's waking up. And when you wake up tomorrow, it won't be the same anymore. Because while you sleep, your field will be reorganizing. And if you want to speed up this process even more, there's something I can give you right now, a gift that has already transformed lives. Click on the first pinned comment and receive. I don't need to tell you what it is. If your heart feels it, you'll know it. After all, everything is already yours now, while your body rests. Something much deeper happens. Your mind dissolves into the invisible layers of existence. And in this dive, she finds the substance of creation. The same substance that forms galaxies, time, coincidences, encounters, and even mismatches. While you sleep, you stop being a character and go back to being the creator. But most don't know that. He sleeps with his eyes closed, but with his soul absent. You won't do that anymore. You will use the night as an altar. Its bed becomes a temple, his breath a silent prayer, and your thoughts sacred seeds sown into the quantum field. Have you ever noticed how sometimes you wake up with ideas, sensations, omens, as if something had been planted there? This is the strength of the field responding to the impressions left by your subconscious mind. And if, in the last seconds before going to sleep, you imprint the feeling of what you want to live, the field moves to deliver. But it's not just about repeating phrases. The word without emotion is an empty sound. The word with intention, it is a decree. And the decree with feeling, it is immediate creation. Joseph Murphy said that the secret is to make the subconscious accept a new idea as real. And the simplest way to do it, it is to live the idea as truth before it happens. How? Viewing, feeling, believing. It's not theater. It is not an escape from reality. It is activation of the deepest reality, the invisible reality, that which has not yet manifested, but already exists in a potential state. When you say, everything is already mine, now you are doing something that completely changes your frequency. You are coming out of the mode of lack and entering the mode of inner possession. You stop asking and begins to accept. You get out of waiting and enters the now. And that's what confuses the universe. He understands. Ah, this is already real. And then it reorganizes itself so that the world reflects exactly this internal state. That's why some people seem to get it effortless. They create from the inside out. They don't ask, they allow it. And you can be one of them. But beware. If you doubt this, you are also creating. If you hold on to the pain of the past, you are reaffirming the same movie. And the universe doesn't judge. It just reproduces. Maybe you've lived the opposite of that for too long. Scarcity, abandonment, fear of not being enough. You may have heard phrases like, life is difficult, money doesn't grow on trees, you need to deserve it. But none of this is universally true. They are just commands that have taken root in the mind. It is time to uproot these ancient roots and plant novas.com, amor.com, firmeza.com consciousness. And you don't have to do it by fighting. You can do it in your sleep. You can transform your mind while floating in sleep. Just activate the right feeling at the right time. Now imagine you're lying down. The breathing is light. The body begins to loosen up. And you whisper, with an inner voice that has power, everything is already mine now. Visualize. See yourself living the most beautiful scene of your new reality. Maybe you're walking through the house of your dreams, hugging someone you love, feeling free, peaceful, complete. There is no doubt. There is only certainty. Time at that moment disappears, because the field does not respond to the clock. It responds to vibration. And the now is the only creative reality. You may have lived for years on autopilot, but in 33 seconds, you can start writing a new story. Yes, 33 seconds. It's not a magic number by chance. The 3 represents manifestation. The 33 amplifies. It is the master number of communication with the unseen. Comet. What you affirm gains power. And when you affirm the feeling of, it's already mine, something begins to happen. A chain of invisible events begins. People you've never met will think of you. Opportunities begin to be attracted by your new frequency. Improbable situations arise as if they were written in a perfect script. but you don't need to understand how. You just need to feel like you're already gone. That is the essence of manifestation. You vibrate, and the universe responds. And when you doubt, when it seems that nothing is changing, remember, the field is silent, but never inactive. You don't see the roots growing underground, but one day the flower blooms, and on that day you understand, everything was being prepared. If this message resonates with you, click the first pinned comment. There I left a gift for his mind. Something that can speed up your manifestation process with more clarity, focus, and certainty. You will feel it. Who knows? Because her soul recognizes what is hers. And remember, you never manifest what you want. You manifest what you believe yourself to be. So the question that remains is, do you believe you already are? Do you feel like you already have it? You live in the now. Or do you live on hold? Its power is not in tomorrow. It is in this very moment, in the breath you take now, in the thought he chooses to feed, in the energy he decides to sustain. Before I go to sleep tonight, don't take the past with you. Take only certainty. Everything is already mine now. And if it touches your soul, if repeating this phrase makes your body shiver, so comment below. It's done. Everything is already mine. This simple action is not just a gesture. It is an activation. You declare to the field that you are ready. Agora. Breathe. Let everything silence inside you, as if the world slowed down just to hear this moment. There is no longer any need to run, to prove, to resist. Because everything you were looking for, it's already here. You don't have to wait any longer. He does not need to ask as one who begs, nor doubt as one who fears. You just need to accept it as someone who already knows. Because the moment you accept, the universe confirms it. There is a greater intelligence operating behind everything, a force that listens to your vibration before listening to your words. She listens to what your heart feels in silence in the moments when no one sees, when you close your eyes and deeply desire a change. She is present, and she answers. But he does not respond to the hurry. It does not respond to despair. It responds to calm certainty. To the tranquil confidence of those who already know that the invisible is more real than the visible. Maybe you've gotten used to living waiting for the right opportunity, the right person, the right moment. But what if the right time is now? What if all you need to do is change your vibration before bed? Joseph Murphy said, "What you imprint on the subconscious during sleep manifests itself with mathematical precision." During sleep, the rational mind goes out, the ego falls asleep, and only the essential remains, what you really feel. It is at this moment that you connect to your inner creator, no to the distant god of religions, but to the creative force that dwells in you. This force knows the way. She doesn't have to see it to believe it. She believes, and then she sees, and that's the key. You have been programmed to believe that it is the other way around. But the truth, the one that few discover, is that the universe responds to your internal state, not to your external requests. Do you want to change your life? Then change what you feel in the moment before you fall asleep. It is no coincidence that so many spiritual teachers talk about the power of now. Now is not just an instant, it's a portal. And that portal opens when you disarm your mind, and it just feels like it's all already real. Feel it with your heart now, not just as a beautiful idea, but as an intimate truth. Close your eyes if you want, or just listen with your soul. Everything is already mine now. Everything is already mine now. Everything is already mine now. Do you notice how this changes your frequency? As your breathing calms down, How does something inside you align? This is how creation begins. This is how the new reality sets in. Silent, without fanfare, but inevitable as the dawn after night. And the more you repeat that phrase with emotion, the more you dissolve the invisible knots of doubt, the more you release the weights of the past, the more you resonate with what already exists, but has not yet been seen, and then miracles begin to seem normal. You start attracting, not by effort, but by frequency. The answers arrive, the right people come closer, the paths open, and you understand it was no coincidence, it was coherence. You have become compatible with what you want. You stopped chasing and began to magnetize. You have left the search and entered the vibration. So, as of today, every night before going to sleep, remember, don't carry the day with you. Carry the certainty. Don't go to bed with anxiety. Lie down with the feeling of it already is, and say, as if activating your own field, everything is already mine now. If this phrase resonated with you, write in the comments, it's done. Everything is already mine. This simple action activates your vibration of manifestation. You don't comment out of superstition, you comment out of tune. And if this content touched your soul, like this video and subscribe to the channel, not only to receive more content like this, but to make a commitment to its expansion. Here, every word is sown with intention, and every video a reminder of the power you carry. You're not alone. He is accompanied by a force that conspires in his favor, and it starts to act when you decide to align what you think, feel, and believe. So tonight, don't sleep with your eyes full of the past. Sleep with a heart full of certainty, because what you believe before you go to sleep, it is what you awaken to live. Everything is already yours, now.